I thought, with Sue Bird coming in, at least this is someone that has been positive on Caitlin at times. And I think the issue with Sue Bird, though, is she has her hand kind of in so many things. And with her podcast, where she tries to advocate for the players, but she's also an owner in the league. And now she's got the Team USA thing, and she's got all these connections and relationships she has to maintain. But at the end of the day, if it comes down to someone that went to UConn and someone that did not go to UConn, the UConn Mafia is going to stick together until proven otherwise.
Let's cut to the chase. Team USA has just pulled off what might be the most avoidable self-made disaster in women's basketball history, and it's the kind of train wreck you can't stop watching. Here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark, arguably the biggest and most influential star in the game right now, has reportedly drawn a firm line. She said she'll walk away from the team if they try to make her give up her legendary jersey number. Meanwhile, the iconic Sue Bird is reportedly in full-on crisis mode behind the scenes, scrambling to manage this massive mess. But let's face it, the damage might already be done. This controversy is growing by the hour, and the fallout could reshape the sport in a major way. So here's my question for you. Would you give up the incredible honor of playing for your country over a jersey number, or do you think Caitlin is taking this too far? Drop a comment. I want to hear both sides of this debate. It's pretty obvious. Team USA seems dead set on forcing Caitlin Clark to give up her iconic number 22. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is one of the most jaw-dropping acts of self-sabotage I've seen in professional sports in years. They took the one player who's single-handedly drawn millions of new fans to women's basketball, the superstar whose name recognition outshines almost the entire league, and told her she couldn't wear the number that has defined her record-breaking career. Then, in a moment of sheer cluelessness, they acted shocked when she basically said, "Okay, then I'm out." Multiple credible reports from the December training camp reveal that officials flat out told Caitlin she couldn't wear the number she's been rocking since she was a 5-year-old learning the game. Talk about a tone-deaf move. This is the number fans everywhere instantly associate with her. The number that's become as integral to Caitlin Clark's brand as 23 is to Michael Jordan. Her response? Crystal clear. If she can't wear her number, she won't even show up to camp. No exceptions. Meanwhile, Sue Bird, Team USA's managing director, is reportedly in full panic mode, trying to figure out how this completely spiraled out of control. And honestly, she should be. This isn't a small administrative hiccup or a simple scheduling error. This is a full-blown crisis that makes the organization look either shockingly incompetent or, even worse, blatantly disrespectful. And let's be real, neither option reflects well on the team that prides itself on being the premier women's basketball program in the world.
We haven't even made it to training camp yet. We have not even made it to the December 12th Women's USA basketball training camp yet, and they are already disrespect.
Now, here's the part that makes this whole situation completely absurd. Number 22? It wasn't even taken. No one else at the training camp was using it. It was just sitting there, totally available, waiting for its rightful owner. Think about that. There was no conflict with another player, no need to honor a veteran. Team USA had a simple choice. And instead, they chose to manufacture a problem out of thin air. That decision is what turns this from a minor logistical issue into something that feels deliberately calculated, a power move aimed at putting Caitlin in her place. And believe me, fans, media, and the public are not having it. The timing couldn't have been worse either, making this fiasco even more unbelievable. This entire controversy blew up just days before Team USA's critical training camp in North Carolina, set to start on December 12th. What was supposed to be a celebration, a showcase of rising stars like Paige Balkiers and Juju Watkins, highlighting the next generation of American basketball talent, has now been overshadowed by one of the most bizarre and completely unnecessary controversies in recent sports history. All because someone in the chain of command decided Caitlin Clark, the most recognizable player in women's basketball, should be stripped of her iconic number for no legitimate reason. Let me be clear. This is the heart of the issue. Caitlyn's number 22 is undeniably the most recognizable number in all of women's sports right now. There's no debate, no argument to be made. From casual fans just tuning in to diehard basketball followers, everyone knows that number is hers. It represents her insane, logo-level range from beyond the arc and has become a symbol of her entire career. That number isn't just digits on a jersey. It embodies her unbelievable court vision that makes world-class defenders look foolish, and her relentless competitive fire that refuses to quit. For millions of fans, 22 is a symbol of excellence, a marker of everything she's achieved, and a key part of her global brand. And yet, Team USA decided she should wear number 17 instead, a number with no meaning, no history, and zero connection to the empire Caitlyn has built. The only thing 17 represents here is that it isn't 22. That's the whole point. This wasn't about logistics, it was about control, a message to remind Caitlyn that, no matter how big she becomes, the organization still sets the rules. Caitlyn's response sent a powerful countermessage. You can make those rules without me. And to make it even more insulting, this isn't happening in a vacuum. We all remember the shock when she was left off the Olympic roster despite being the biggest name in women's basketball and a proven ratings powerhouse. That Olympic snub alone raised serious questions about whether Team USA's leadership even grasps the cultural moment they're in. But now, when you add in this force number change, it starts to look less like a couple of isolated mistakes and more like a calculated attempt to diminish her enormous influence. Fans are connecting the dots, and the picture isn't flattering. First, she's left off the Olympic roster despite bringing unprecedented global attention to the sport. Now she's being told to give up the most recognizable element of her personal brand for no logical reason at all. It's easy to see why people think Team USA might be uncomfortable with just how powerful Caitlyn has become. She's bigger than the league. She's bigger than the program. And when the balance of power shifts this quickly and dramatically, even the most established organizations can struggle to handle it. And then there's Sue Bird, caught right in the middle of all this, facing an almost impossible situation. As managing director, Sue Bird handpicked this training camp roster. Her role is supposed to be about managing high-level relationships, shaping the future of the national program, and ensuring Team USA stays dominant internationally. But instead of focusing on basketball strategy or player development, she's stuck trying to contain a public relations disaster that her own organization created. Sources say Sue's reaction has been swinging wildly, from pure frustration to full-blown panic, as she scrambles for any way to fix the situation without making it worse. She's right in the eye of the storm. Here's the harsh truth that Sue Bird and Team USA are learning. In this standoff, Caitlin Clark holds all the power. She doesn't need Team USA to validate her career or her legacy. She's already done that. She's shattered records at Iowa that may never be broken, single-handedly boosted the WNBA's visibility and TV ratings, and brought a surge of sponsors, media attention, and mainstream recognition to women's basketball like no player before her. You have to ask yourself, what does Caitlyn gain by compromising her own brand just to participate in a program that clearly doesn't value her? Meanwhile, Team USA stands to lose everything if she walks away. They lose their biggest star, the immense cultural relevance she brings, the millions of new fans who came just to watch her play, media attention, major sponsorships, and the entire narrative of a new golden era for American women's basketball. Caitlyn leaving would be a complete disaster, and you can bet Sue Bird knows it, which explains why she's in full scramble mode. Then came the confirmation. The official training camp roster was released, showing Caitlin Clark listed as number 17. Black and white. No rumors, no speculation. Team USA actually went through with it and forced the number change. And here's the kicker. Team USA has created a completely avoidable mess, and now Sue Bird is scrambling to fix it. Caitlin Clark holds all the leverage and isn't backing down. Her number 22 is part of her identity, and she's making it clear she won't compromise. This story isn't over, and the stakes couldn't be higher. What do you think Caitlyn should do next? Share your thoughts below.